Seems like we were... Here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the #1 overall pick in the 2018 draft, the Oklahoma Sooner, Baker Mayfield.
And he's a guy who plays with a lot of emotion. He's learned how to channel it really positively because when he throws the football downfield and makes a big play, he'll be the first guy downfield to celebrate with you. But also, when his team needs that confidence, when they need that jolt, they turn to him, and he's ready to provide it.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. So 2 incompletions have led him to an early 3rd and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
First down. A gain of 12. First down, Chicago.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
Mayfield now. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Oh, boy, tough conditions out there. I don't know if the defender slipped or what, but he had a man wide open, and that's a bad one to miss on. They don't come a whole lot easier than that one right there.
And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
It's a gain of 3. First down, Bears.
In motion comes the tight end left. They run the option here on 1st and 10. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. He'll pick up 7 there on the first down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. Shoves him aside. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down.
Complete to Josh Jacobs. No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the 19.
And for Mayfield, this could be a free play. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
They'll try again now on 2nd and goal, this time from a bit closer. Here's Mayfield. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the...
Under pressure, they got him again. Call it a loss of 8 there, and it's going to lead to a 4th down. 4th and goal.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
A 45-yard attempt.
And his kick is good.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive.
They're led out by the former #1 overall pick from the University of Miami. It's Cam Ward.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Ward off the play fake. Throw right side here going to be incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
False start, offense.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Throwing is Ward.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Dangerous spot for them to cough it up. Lucky to have recovered because had the defense gotten it, they were already within a shadow of the goalpost.
And then you're yelling at your own defense. Sudden change, sudden change. That's not what you want to hear on your sideline. That means you got to run out there and try and stop an offense who has the ball in a very advantageous position.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10.
And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. A check on Jacobs from a week ago. 21 carries, 128 yards, and a touchdown.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the 1st. Mayfield. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram.
Picked by Logan Wilson.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it was a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40.
Throwing now, Ward. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete. You look at this Bears defense.
There are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
So I'm prepping for this game. I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass? Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
First and 10 at the
Absolutely love the run
49-yard line.
right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
The Panthers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
To throw, here's Ward. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down.
Panthers, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Now back to the ground game with White. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Second and a couple. On the ground, it's the rookie out of Florida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Here's Ward. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So since that last play got nothing, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty, and that forces a 4th down situation. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the right hash, this from 48. Patterson's kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. These two teams all tied after 1. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw, Mayfield. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
It's now 3rd down and 16.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That's good for a Bears first down.
This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 46-yard line.
A give to the fullback on the dive. They'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll fake the jet sweep there. Instead, hand to Jacobs up the middle. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I go ahead and punt the football myself.
And he is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone wanting to go for it on offense, but in this situation, it doesn't.
First half.
I don't know that there's any risk. I mean, what's the reward for your risk here? I would not have done that. My only explanation is this coach, he may want to be up here in the booth with us. We may have a 3-man booth starting next week if he keeps up with those decisions.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Ward. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Ward. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Dorrance Armstrong in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 15. They called out a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Mayfield to throw it. That one finds Pierce right side. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Riley Patterson now for the extra point. And he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
It's now 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball is squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll try and do this himself. A short throw to Ingram. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And deep to return it is Marcus Jones. That's pulled in at the 32. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Opting to run again here with White. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Ward. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 27-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a 1st down.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Now a 2nd and 2. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. He has enough for the 1st down, and the keeper a gain of 6.
Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll go up the middle with White. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Henry To'o there on the tackle.
A gain of 2.
2nd down and 8.
2nd and 8 at the Bears' 12-yard line.
Out of the gun, Ward. That's complete right around the 8. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Looking to throw. Moore. And that is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Patterson's kick is good. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to get this out to the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Mayfield down.
And incomplete on the deep ball. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Ward. And that's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Kevin Byard.
Back to throw. Moore. He completes it right side of White. Here is 3rd down and 4.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Operating from the gun. Moore. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Panthers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
And the Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Now again up the middle. This is White. Will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 3rd and 9 here. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Ward from the gun on 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Halftime coming up. Let's get you down to Orlando and our buddy Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here in our thankfully dry studios in Orlando. That's obviously not the case at the stadium, where the rain continues to play a factor in this game. Who will take better advantage of it in the second half? To find out the answer, let's go back out to the stadium and rejoin our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, thank you. The rain, maybe not quite as heavy as it was earlier, but still coming down pretty good as we prepare for the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the 3rd quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Looking to throw. Moore. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Henry Toto there to bring him down defensively.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. From the gun, here's Ward. Wide open receiver, complete. A tough spot here. 3rd and 15.
A pickup of 18 yards. It's now 3rd down.
Back to throw. Moore.
That is caught. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Carolina. Puka Nacua, his third touchdown now on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more.
Bears 3.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Mayfield off the play fake. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the Bears first down.
In motion left is Higgins.
19 yards.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield delivers another one to Pierce. Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Mayfield now from the 50. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Here's Mayfield. He had a man open, but he missed it, and it's incomplete. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. Play fake, Mayfield. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And this defense will take over right at midfield. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go, and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
22 yards. That's good for Panthers.
Ward now working out of the gun. On the left side, a catch by White. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
It's a gain of 8. Makes it 3rd and 5.
On on third down, a run from White. That is brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage. There's just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 more points tacked on, and this margin getting more comfortable by the minute.
And with the lead where it is, you can actually feel good about field goals. We talk all the time about scoring 6s, not 3s. But in this case, they're just looking to chew up some time and come away with points.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
Mayfield on play action. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Christian Wilkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
That's good for a Bears 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A short throw to Ingram. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So from just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd and 9. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Short throw to Smith. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25-yard line.
Mayfield. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Mayfield to throw it. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who is shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
John Parker Romo on for the field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep the deficit at 20.
Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That second down play nets a -4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. Ward. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield.
It's a gain of 8. And the Panthers first down.
On the draw, here's White. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3 at the 42-yard line.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. Down right around the 25. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the Bears' 25-yard line.
Going right side is White. And a fast footwork by White. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
18 yards. That's another Panthers first down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's White. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Going back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Running here with White. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that this offense would have its way here, but they certainly have not, and they trail big After this, it figures to be a quiet trip home.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him.
And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. In motion goes the tight end. Mayfield from the gun on third down. And yet again, it's McLaurin. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And it'll be fourth down. Desperation time. Mayfield on fourth down. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. He targets England for another grab.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Mayfield looks to throw. He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold. To throw, Mayfield. He finds his man, complete. It's Cannon. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Jacobs.
Second and 10.
He steps out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
Mayfield down.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And that's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now Mayfield on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
2 yards.
This is second and 8.
It's second and 8.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20.
A 2-yard pickup brings up third and 6.
From the gun on third down, Ward.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line.
The Bears offense and Baker Mayfield set to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. Now Mayfield. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. From the 46, here's second and a yard.
Terry McLaurin. A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he stopped immediately there. A yard, all they need, but it's third down. Throwing, Mayfield. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, a pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be fourth down. They go with Jacobs. And he is not going anywhere. They stop it for no gain. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That's Ronnie Hickman who is there for the tackle. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 11 yards and a Panther first down.
33-yard line.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
And this is not going to work as planned. He's going to be met and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
Brings up second and 11.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16.
18-yard line.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Panthers, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle.
With Charles Davis. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
It takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his third season in the league.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Off the play fake, Daniels. And that one too wide and incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Here's Daniels. They'll set up the screen here for Hubbard. Here's 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Daniels looking to throw. Pass caught by Pearsall. On 4th down on is Corey Bajorquez to punt.
To Ricky Pearsall.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. Commanding the offense will be the highly touted USC product, Sam Darnold.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Yeah, he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold.
And he'll go right back to Lamb.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
And the Seahawks, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing quickly, Darnold, that's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 62 yards.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 12-yard
From down at the
line.
12, it's 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Mason.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
T.J. Edwards on
It was T.J. Edwards who brought him down.
a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Giants' 11-yard line.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Credit the Giants defense that time in pass coverage. 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This will be a 34-yard attempt.
A 34-yard attempt.
And his kick here is good. And the Seahawks grab a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
At the 29-yard line.
And with a play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. To throw is Daniels.
Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. To the air goes Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
So the penalty rightfully declined. They'll keep the yardage on the completion.
Still some disagreement by the defense, though, because he thought that was just good, strong coverage, and the contact's going both ways, so why is there a flag? In the end, though, doesn't matter. Still a completed pass.
The numbers for him from a week ago, a boatload of catches, 95 yards and a score.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
It's a gain of 8. And the Giants first down.
Now Daniels. That's complete to Chuba Hubbard.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Giants first down.
Now again, it's Hubbard going left.
And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up
Throwing now is Daniels. Pass out left, caught by Woods.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Looking to throw. Daniels. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. Well, at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Here's Darnold. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. Hard throw, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Stout to punt as he boots this one away.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd and 3. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Play action, now it's Daniels.
Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the 1st down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking 1st down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a 1st down.
And out now come the Seahawks.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 1st downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
These two teams all tied after 1. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
As they've got it as we resume action.
Now it's Darnold.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. The Seahawks had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Now Darnold keeps it.
And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Seahawks 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 41.
From the 41, here's a 2nd and 7.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he fires one incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try to knock one away,
It's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll hand it to Mason. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
A gain of 2.
On the ground again, it's Mason. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold. It is caught. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
And that could be one of those turning point plays in a ball game. A field goal gets you the lead here, but they want to make a statement and get 6 points. And they're certainly going to get that opportunity as they get the conversion and set up 1st and goal.
End zone call. Touchdown, Seattle. Pat Freiermuth, his first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Extra point forthcoming. And it is up. And it's good. That'll make our score 10-3 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Gets by him at the 25. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And New York set to take the field. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And that's incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
That's complete to Pearsall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
So here are the Seahawks ready to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Faking the give, Darnold. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 24-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. Open man is Jerron Jennings. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Darnold. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Darnold. This is a diving effort by Evans. What a catch. Third catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On the give, it's Mason. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd.
They'll run again with Mason. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Back to throw, Darnold. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So they decline the hold, and that's going to lead to a 4th down.
A 51-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. Looking to put a drive together. The drive will start with an option going left. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Giants, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. From the 43 here, 2nd down at 7.
2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Straight ahead with Hubbard. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Giants, 1st down. It's a gain of 10. And the Giants, 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Daniels. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Daniels looking to throw. He'll try to pick it up himself. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 19. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Giants.
I can't be sure how much of that was planned pre-snap, but it certainly opens up some avenues for their offense. And if he can stay a threat to break off those kind of runs, it'll pull defenders away from coverage and open up some choice throwing lanes for him moving forward.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's got it. And the Giants are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Giants.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Now Daniels going to keep it. Jaden Daniels in the final seconds of the first half. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead down to 3 at 13-10. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Leads to 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
A final shot before the break. Darnold looking deep for Jennings. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And this one is right through. And that will do it for this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thank you. And this one's still anybody's game. We'll see who can come out with a hot hand in the second half as we are about to get underway. And he returns this to the 22. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But it looks like they're ready to go.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fair catch. Signaled for.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
16 yards.
It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
2nd and 6.
Second and 6 at the 47-yard line.
Off the play fake, Daniels.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And the Giants first down.
They go play action. Daniels. He'll get this complete to the running back, Hubbard.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
To the air goes Daniels. Pass caught by Pearsall.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
They will find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Giants first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
That's another Giants first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Play action. Now it's Daniels.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
Hassan Reddick picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And the lead is back down to 3 here at 16-13.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Looking to put a drive together.
Off of play action, Darnold. They'll get this out to Kamara.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
2nd and 1.
On the ground, here comes Mason.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 3rd and 2.
Darnold from the gun.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
A gain of 12.
And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, New York.
Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll bring this one inside the 35. A 9-yard pickup, just 1 yard away from 3 consecutive first down plays.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. That's into the hands of Pearsall on the right side.
It's a gain of 2. That's another Giants.
Throwing now is Daniels. A short throw pulled in by Woods. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 28-yard.
He's going to try and do this himself.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first.
A gain of 12 yards. And the Giants first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Daniels going to try to sneak.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
It's a gain of a yard. And the Giants first down. First and goal, Giants.
They'll run here with Hubbard.
And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Now in Seattle, Washington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Hubbard going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Score! Touchdown, Giants!
Jaden Daniels,
his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Giants have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that will make this a 4-point game.
Seahawks 16.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away.
And a good return, but he pays the price at the end of it as he's picked up and thrown down.
And Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here. They'll start with a run by Mason. And they'll get this to the 32.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. Here's Darnold.
He'll try and do this himself. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
Every penalty so critical at this stage of the game, as now they've got it 3rd and long. Here's Darnold. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
30. That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Faking the give, Darnold. That's complete to the tight end, Terrence Ferguson. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Darnold now to throw. Completes it to Jennings. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's Darnold. And that went to the right side and incomplete. 2nd and 10. To the air again, Darnold. On the screen, this is Mason. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Seahawks.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. And this is caught, Jennings. And snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
That's another Seahawks first down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They run it with Mason. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. And they'll go again with Mason. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just too off on your quarterback. Makes it.
And this time he is in. Jordan Mason, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown at the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so, then retake the lead right back.
Extra point right down the middle, and that gives them a 3-point lead.
Giants 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Daniels looking to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
And Diggs has it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Daniels. His short throw caught by Goddard. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 2nd and 5. Here's Daniels. Throw left side complete. That's Hubbard. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 39. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Giants first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
13 more yards. That's another Giants first down.
To throw is Daniels. That's complete to Pearsall. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on first and 10.
First and 10.
And he's going to use his legs here. Oh, no, he lost the football. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. Fortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered, they still have an opportunity.
And he will take it all in for a Giant touchdown. Jaden Daniels, his third touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Giants have retaken the lead.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits are on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Seahawks 23.
The kicking team out there for the Giants as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Now Darnold. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we got a one-score game.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. They'll run forward with Mason, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here. Wide open receiver complete. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Intended for Jawan Jennings. Incomplete.
Darnold. And this one's incomplete.
For Jawan Jennings.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's another Seahawks first down. First down and goal to go.
A very nice job right there, working the middle of the field, able to create some separation and then utilize it to not just make the catch, but turn upfield once he got the ball in his hands.
Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Second down, goal to go. Now Darnold. Now he'll tuck this and run.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Here's Darnold. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up on 4th and goal from the 4. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. They kept it in the air on 4th, Charles. They ran on 1st and 2nd down, tried it through the air on 3rd and 4th. Couldn't come away with anything on 4th and goal.
And remember, in these situations, the field is really condensed. Everything is squeezed tight. So as a defender, you can actually take more chances here because they won't have as much time to throw the football. And the receiver really can't run past you. If they do, they run out the back of the end zone. Nice job by the D, shutting them down.
So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business, though. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did, and just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level. Job well done by both sides. So for the Giants, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the